We get it. You watch all the Grand Prix. You watch every single video uploaded on the F1 channel. You also watched Netflix's Drive to Survive. But for some reason, despite consuming all this content, you're still hungry for more. Well, Apple TV's got you covered. They're now producing an F1 movie with Lewis Hamilton and Brad Pitt. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out more about this upcoming thriller. First up, producer Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton might just be the most famous and successful F1 driver yet. He's appeared on multiple shows, has almost 29 million followers on Instagram, and has even made several cameos in movies. He's not only a driver at Mercedes, but also sort of a leader. Alongside Toto Wolff, he leads the team informally. In this upcoming film, Hamilton won't be acting in any role. He might have a cameo, but we're not so sure about that right now. But he will be co-producing the unnamed movie. Hamilton has been brought on to lend more authenticity to the movie. And also, of course, with his name slapped on it, the movie's pretty much bound to be a success. It's not Lewis Hamilton's first time in Hollywood. He's played cameo roles in Pixar's Cars movies. And he also made an appearance in the Ben Stiller comedy Zoolander 2. In the past, the F1 legend also hinted at starting a new career in movie making. It looks like our favorite driver just can't stop surprising us. So, will the movie be good? You bet it will. It's being directed by Joseph Kosinski, the guy who just directed Top Gun Maverick. And as you all know, it's taken the world by storm. It has a 97% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So yes, the F1 film should also be a great one. Still don't believe us? Alright, so the script of the film will be written by Aaron Kruger. Kruger's most recent piece of work is, can you take a guess? Top Gun. So if you liked Top Gun, you'll love this new movie. The movie is based on an aging driver played by Brad Pitt. He comes out of retirement for one last shot at Formula One glory. His character is also tasked with mentoring a younger teammate of his, guiding him through the hurdles of the demanding cutthroat sport. Next, is it just a Top Gun for cars? Yes, but in a good way. Kosinski has pointed out that he'll be using similar practical effects for the F1 movie that he did for Top Gun. The breathtaking aerial sequences in the movie were achieved using incredible practical effects. One of the shots even blew away the set. The director has noted how difficult it is to shoot that way, but he has stated that these effects will ensure the success of Hamilton and Pitt's movie. That's exactly the approach for Formula One, to shoot at the real races and real cars and capture it. It's going to be a huge challenge, but exciting, he stated. So it'll have its differences, yes, but it will also be similar in a lot of ways. And now, the movie will be a game changer. It's set to be a game changer for how streaming services and movie theaters coexist. The distribution of the movie is the main game-changing factor. Instead of releasing in a small number of theaters in select locations, the movie would be displayed exclusively in theaters all around the globe for 60 days. That is, before it heads to Apple TV. For this to make sense, a distribution partner will need to be onboarded. And as of right now, it's unclear who that would be. Apple is excited about this opportunity as Maverick hopes to cross $1 billion. In another first for the industry, Apple and the filmmakers will split 50-50 from the big screen release. So the creative team is now paid in 3 different ways. Firstly, they'll be paid from the theaters. Secondly, they'll be paid with upfront fees. And thirdly, the hefty buyout. And this film is bound to be a success. Brad Pitt's a big name globally, and F1 is a growing and sexy sport that represents an enviable lifestyle. So, is F1 going Hollywood? This isn't the first time F1 is going Hollywood. Just recently, the 2 Ferrari drivers, Sainz and Leclerc, landed Hollywood jobs and are voicing characters in the new Pixar movie, Toy Story's spin-off Lightyear. Sainz and Leclerc were both brought in as voice actors, lending their voices to the same characters in the Spanish and Italian versions of the movie. Which character will they portray? Well, folks, that's being kept a secret for now. Both of the racers are incredibly excited to see the final results of the project. Alright, so that's enough fictional drama for the day. Let's move on to some actual drama that's been happening in F1. Starting with Ricciardo won't back down. No one's ever doubted Ricciardo until now. Former world champion Jacques Villeneuve and current McLaren boss Zak Brown have both lost faith in Ricciardo, but the one person who hasn't lost faith in him, Daniel Ricciardo. The veterans had a terrible season at McLaren, several times finishing way below his teammate Norris. In Monaco's miserable race, he finished 7 spots below Norris. But despite all of the criticism, Ricciardo believes he'll prevail. The Honey Badger also had a tough 2021 season, but there have been signs of improvement in 2022. He finished 6th in Melbourne and finished 4 positions above his teammate in Montreal. Even though Norris has 50 points compared to Ricciardo's 15, there's still optimism as far as Ricciardo is concerned. Next, F1 pundit believes no better place for Gasly than AlphaTauri. Pierre Gasly was demoted to AlphaTauri in 2019 and removed from Red Bull. The reason why we use the term demoted rather than switched teams is because AlphaTauri is also owned by Red Bull Racing. This is where they train their young drivers to get them ready for the main F1 team. Kind of like the dynamic between Haas and Mercedes. The 26-year-old Gasly has a contract with AlphaTauri till the end of 2023. That said, this year was his final chance to show that he deserved to be promoted to Red Bull again. However, that's not happening anymore due to their contract with Sergio Checo Perez. It's not that Pierre Gasly isn't a good racer. He's amazing. He even managed to win a Grand Prix in their substandard car. But Checo's having an insane year, and he's definitely the better racer as of right now. Since his return to Red Bull's B team, Gasly's grown tremendously as a driver. He's also led the team with incredible capability. The Frenchman scored his maiden win with the team in the 2020 Italian Grand Prix. Not only that, but he's also taken podiums in the 2019 Brazilian GP and the 2021 Azerbaijan GP. If he can do this much with AlphaTauri's car, imagine what he could have done with Red Bull's incredibly fast down the straights car. But his efforts, unfortunately, didn't pay off. Following Checo's victory in Monaco, Red Bull announced a 2-year contract with him to keep him until at least the end of the 2024 season. This means that Gasly right now doesn't have any other choice but to stay at AlphaTauri until his current deal expires. Former F1 racer and current advisor to the Red Bull GmbH Formula 1 teams, Helmut Marko, believes that even if AlphaTauri decides to let go of the 26-year-old, he won't find a better seat anywhere else. When he was asked about what would happen to Gasly if he was let go, Marko said that he doesn't think that there's an alternative for him at the moment that would be significantly better than AlphaTauri. And finally, does the FIA make bad decisions? Kevin Magnussen qualified 5th for the Montreal Grand Prix. He was right alongside his teammate Mick Schumacher. An amazing start for Haas, but then his hopes of finishing in the top 5 all evaporated. After a minor brush with Hamilton's Mercedes in the opening lap, his right-hand side end plate was damaged and dangling off the side of the wing. This went on for several laps. Then that dangling plate was spotted by Esteban Ocon, Alpine's driver, who was chasing his Haas. Esteban Ocon then radioed into his team, knowing that the FIA was listening, stating that if the plate falls, it's going to hit Ocon in the face. He was trying to get the FIA to send the Haas to the pits for repairs, which is exactly what happened. At the end of lap 7, Magnussen was instructed by the FIA to box his car for repairs. He then fell several positions and ended up finishing in the 17th place. Understandably, the Danish driver was incredibly annoyed at how easy it had been to influence race control. Going off the strategy so early in the game ruined their race, and the team failed to regain their position. And then Mick Schumacher ended up having problems with his engine and had to retire from the race. Canada was where Haas was finally expecting to get the double points they've long desired, but it ended up in disaster for the team. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Are you guys excited about the new movie? Will it be better or worse than Top Gun Maverick? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Bye!